war is launched.
Welcome to another episode of AF24NEWS Talks. Today I'm joined by two directors of the platform. To my left, I have Mr. Martin Ayankola. He's the director here at AF24NEWS. And to my right, I have Dr. Olabisi Folutili. Today we are going to be talking about, what in our last episode we were talking about brewing hunger in the land. Religious leaders, traditional leaders were coming out to appeal to the president, to appeal to Nigerian leaders that their people are hungry and that things can spiral out of control. Well, just less than 2 weeks after that, we started having reports of lootings across the Federation. On the 2nd of March, a BUA truck conveying spaghetti was looted, and a week before that, a truck carrying a trans-state truck carrying foodstuffs was also looted again. This morning, on the day of the recording, March 4, another truck carrying rice and some other food items was looted in Abuja. The video was circulating online this morning. So, just have some questions to. We want to learn more about the issue and what we think can be the way forward. I want to ask Mr. Ayankola, what do you think the government is on the right track? They've made a lot of fiscal decisions about how we are handling our forex, how we are handling subsidy. They've made a lot of moves in the last 9 months since taking over. Do you think they're on the right track, and will this be a short-term problem?
Well, on the economy side, I think they've taken some right steps lately. I can see that they are already intervening in the forex market, as is in the official market. I've seen some at least about 2 weeks ago. It was reported that they spent like $300 million in the market, in the forex market. So that's a good development. Yes, I think they are also trying to, with the increase in the rate, the recent increase in interest rate by the CBN is also a measure to reduce money circulation and also to also reduce inflation and also help the naira. But basically, yes, on that side, they've done that. But I'm always somebody who believes that the main duty of government is to make life better for the people, not to put them through atrocious conditions. So I will always say that if we don't have enough food around, government should do everything possible to give people access to enough food. If they need to look for money to import, why not? You understand? Because there's a saying that a hungry man is an angry man, and people don't listen to anything again when they are hungry. So, and you also see that the people on the government side, they are privileged people. They are people who have access to everything in abundance. So, if you are a government person and you are talking to people who have not eaten for 2 days, they will not listen to you because they know you always have your own 3 square meals every day. So the issue is that government should, in the interim, do everything possible to let people have access to food. And I think another area that we need to talk about is the issue of insecurity, which has driven so many people away from their farms, the farmers. Government needs to also take care of that so that people can produce more food locally. But before we can produce more food locally, if we need to get more rice into the country or more grains into the country from other sources, why not? Because I don't think it is time for government to be looking the other way and be giving all kinds of excuses. They should intervene, just like they are trying to intervene in the forest market. Just that they are also trying to, tame inflation in the way they can. I think they should also intervene in that area too. And generally, I think what I think that should also be done is for government to work hard at taming inflation. Just like she said earlier, one of the reasons again that people are having problem with food supply or whatever access to food is because a lot of people also don't have enough money to buy. So government needs to also tame inflation. a situation where a bag of rice costs like 80,000 naira is not desirable. You know, how can somebody who earns 30,000 naira per month, how can he be able to afford a bag of rice for his family? So government needs to look at doing everything possible to tame inflation, to reduce inflation in a way that if you reduce inflation, it's going to also affect prices of products. So I think generally, when you look at all those things, so my main point for me is that government should intervene.
Well, we also have the situation of um, piggybacking off what we discussed 2 weeks ago about the leaders warning Nigerians basically that, and Nigerian leaders, that this thing can get out of hand, and now we are seeing that happen. And people are now saying, oh, maybe this is a method of them sharing food for their people, and they are just driving out trucks of all this food produce outside, and it's now they are making it seem like it is some uprising against the government. Meanwhile, it is them that are providing food for people. Do you think there is any truth to that, or what do you think?
You see, okay, if you say that is what is happening in Zaria, is that the same thing that happened in Lagos, where there was a stampede that about 6 or 7 people died when customs decided to seize the bags of rice? I don't think so. And you know, Nigerians, we can just theorize on anything. There are so many ways of explaining things away. I think what happened, what we saw, for example, in the case of Bua truck, the driver of that truck actually got down from the truck to go and pray in the mosque because it was Jumat, and he went down to pray. And the people that looted that truck were also people that were around the mosque, or probably went to the mosque to also pray. You know, when maybe people from the north usually express things about hunger more than us from this part of the country, because there they are used to government probably helping, doling out things and all of that. Whereas here, we know that you have to struggle. Not saying that they don't struggle, but I just feel that because of their own system, it's more common for government to roll out things like that, or maybe the
Social program.
not really social program. It's not really that formalized, but at least they shall believe in saka and all of that, which can come in form of food. So I think they are more used to it. They were just hungry and they saw a truck and they just felt that they should just pillage that truck, and they finish everything in that truck. So it's not that, because you see the way they were even doing it now. Another occasion, some people park vehicles to even block anybody from coming here, or for the truck to even move away. So I think is real. That's the way I will look at it. That problem, the event was real, the looting was real, and if it is not real, it will probably not even repeat itself like we saw again today. And mind you, these people are also afraid that Ramadan is fast approaching. They need food, and this is part of the reason why the traditional rulers have been warning governments that they should make food available to the people, because they will go on fast, and the thoughts of not having something to eat after fasting can be very tormentous. You get it? So I think that is part of the problem. They are probably even getting those things to keep against the Ramadan. Probably. I'm just postulating. So I just feel that we need to do something more concrete than all these, like somebody described it as this trial and Ikeja solution. This will work, this will not work. Let government just know that this is a real problem. Let them know that we need to do something. A situation where a bag of rice costs 80,000 naira, where the minimum wage is 30,000 naira, is unacceptable. A situation where garri is becoming unaffordable is not acceptable. You know, this is a real problem. And I don't know, people have been talking about government at state government and local government levels. I also think this is the time that part of the gains from removal of subsidy should be used to get food items that will be shared and distributed freely.
But the subsidy has been introduced.
I don't know for them.
For me, the issue is even that you even discover that this crisis didn't really start until prices started to skyrocket, and then a lot of people could not afford to buy things by themselves again. And so I think it's like, and of course, just like somebody told me, when you remove subsidy and you also float the naira at the same time, you should expect that those two issues will trigger inflation. So what was government's plan, to address the effects of that problem? That's what we have not seen, whether they had any concrete plan to address the effects. So it was obvious that prices were going to of commodities will almost get out of the reach of people because of those two policies. So there should have been a plan. There should have been a plan.
They are looting food now. We just need to, if we don't take action, they will start attacking homes. They will start attacking homes, and that will increase insecurity that we are even talking about, and that will come at another level. That government will not even be able to control at all.
So government should look at it. Should we look for ways to solve it by maybe importing food or whatever, so that to calm people's nerves, or should we continue to look at the situation until it becomes worse? So I think the right thing is to intervene quickly before it gets worse.
Well, we've heard it from our experts here at AF24NEWS. Let us know what you think in the comment section. What do you think is the solution to this? What do you think the government is on the right track? And what are any other details that you think that we may have missed out on in this episode? Once again, thank you for joining us. Follow us on social media, all our social media channels, to see more from AF24NEWS on a daily basis. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to receive an update whenever we post our stories here on YouTube. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.